Good evening, everybody. We are here for round three of Fuck Off, Harrison. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here for round three of Revline tonight in Shanghai, where we're here to see the fight of Four Eyes versus TB Frisco and watch Harry Bottleton bottle his chances of ever winning again in this league. I'll be with you all in 4 minutes' time.
to die. We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel, we'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk.
As apologies about that, people. I was dared to do that by Harrison, but hello, we are back once again for round 3 of Revline. It's a sprint weekend and we're in Shanghai. I personally think this is the worst track on the fucking calendar because I don't. I'm not to be stereotypical here. I don't like the Chinese. I like their food. Yeah, see what I mean? So here we go then, sprint weekend. So I'm not gonna be too enthusiastic until we've hit the sprint, and we've got 10 people. Well, good is good, bad is bad. Sad news we've received quite recently. Seb. Oh my god, we got 3 Sebs on the grid. Seb Gaming, Sebi, and Death Star. Well, the Death Star Sebi. That's not Sebi, fuck. The Death Star Seb. So quite recently, he's just had a skiing accident aboard a Michael Schumacher, so hopefully we will see his return very soon. But here we go, though. Who's that, then? Oh. Ah, it's Zach. Oh, who's out in front of him? Is that Sebi? Yes, it's Sebi. Yes, let's hope Seb does get well soon. I mean, he's skiing for the rest of the day, so he must be okay. But hopefully he's going to be okay. So, I don't know why I'm laughing, this was disrespectful. So, we now see... What do you mean, hopefully? It'd be funny if he hadn't. Alright. So, we're going to wait. People, let's just calm down. Look, we're here to see cars go around in all these shaped circles that go vroom. We're not here to wish someone get well soon. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's a joke. I just want to have fun. So then, who's going to be right? So a lot of people are out at the minute. Yikes. How'd you get a race ban? Kobe, no one cares if everyone's in 2 weeks. I want to know how Charlie Kirk got a race ban. I swear to God. You're probably going to get it that I've done it in the worst way possible. There you go. Ah, that makes sense. Penalty points. Kobe, you'd probably get a lot of penalty points if you were racing still, brother. So, I wouldn't say anything, but... Yeah, say what you want to say. How many? I'll just try and Kirkify everyone. Oh, I will Kirkify everyone. So here we go then. Sebi now rounds the final corner at Shanghai. Is it international? I think we'll just call it Shanghai International. As he rounds it and crosses the line now with a dose to the drag reduction system and... the camera's finally changed, I was going to say. So through turn 1. Very, very tight and very slow. Not the greatest. Doesn't seem too fun, but that's turns 1 and 2 done. The hardest part of the circuit, in my personal opinion. Harrison, who's joined back, by the looks, little bro has disconnected. No, I'm not saying little bro. He's probably going to be leaving soon, so RIP, because he's got to get a job. So, Sebi now completing the first sector. Looks like a decent first sector. Again, the first 2 corners are the hardest, so they're the most place, the biggest place where you could find a bit of time to improve on. But hey, we roll. You know, touch the grass there a little bit. You can just see on its tyres. So people probably might be using the softs if you're fucking lucky. Another pair of softs, but I would recommend mediums. Hold on, I actually haven't put the tyre thing on. There you go. Yeah, you can see a couple of people, so soft runners might have that little bit more of a grip in qualifying, but again, people who haven't got softs might be actually having a decent race. So, with 8 minutes and 35 seconds remaining on the clock, Sebi now is on the back straight, where the overtaking should be pretty high tonight. Who's in the Red Bull? That's Polly. So everyone is currently out on their laps except Polly and Harrison, who Harrison is still in the pits. And out after that long straight now goes Sebi, and Harrison's having disconnection issues. Oh my god, this is not great. Not a great final corner from Sebi. But also going to be to the line. It's a 35.285. What are we going to see from Matt? Oh no. Oh, we see Zach just 33.6. I saw... Oh, and Matt's into the pits. I saw Matt's TikTok. He does golf. I think that's pretty aura. Right, here we go then. Who else is on a lap right now? So, Harry rounds the final corner now on the mediums. What's he going to set? 34.1. That's not too bad. Oh, Sebi's spun at turn 1. Harrison's having problems. That might not be too good for him. So, unless he can get it sorted within the next 7.5 minutes, we don't know if he could probably get a good lap set. So, Sebi retires now by the looks after having that one lap set. And now we see Dean having to change accounts after massive issues with connection now. TB Frisco does a 33.5. Yeah, everyone probably wants Harrison to win, but TB Frisco. Oh, Ben. I'm so close. I'm so used to saying TB Frisco now. As Dean goes quickest by 0.2. It's a 33.3 for Dean on the medium compound tyres. So, we see Polly now coming to the end of the back straight here into that really tight hairpin. He's got one corner to go now. So the question is going to be, what can he set when he crosses that line? Currently looking so good as he rounds the final corner. Very quick there, touching a little bit of the grass in the corner. It's a 32.9. Jesus. That's not too bad. As Matt is back out once again. Oh. By the looks, he's just getting out of the way. Nothing too bad. So, F1 fan currently on his lap as well. We see F1... F1 fans aborted, so I don't think anyone is on the lap. Matt, we could watch Matt until we get going again. So, Matt is out currently on his out lap. He's on the soft, so he might have a bit of an advantage now with the grip. But again, who knows? Anyone coming in, lots of people coming in. Zach and Harry are in. So gaming. So a couple of people might go out again, but God forbid. We've got 5 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the session. Matt weaving and warming up those tyres as he comes now for the run to the back straight. So what's Matt going to be able to do then when he begins his lap? The world Harry joins a VC I'm in. Hilarious. So, weaving, so you can see Matt weaving, warming those tyres up. He's got the DRS open up as well. Yes, I will watch a lap when you do it, don't worry. Zach wanting us to watch his lap, and we will do so for him. So then, nearly 5 minutes now remain on the session clock, and Matt will now be beginning his lap. He's going to round that final corner now, and he's the only driver out on the circuit, so he's got a whole track to himself. And now a whole track ahead of him to master on the soft compound tyres as he will now cross that line and now dive into the first corner. Who is that coming out? That is Zach coming out. So by the looks, if Zach can just stay close to Matt, we'll be able to jump straight on board with Zach after we've seen Matt do his lap. But for turns 1 and 2, pretty neat though. Coming now into the end of sector 1, what's it going to be? It's a 24.2. Not bad for the first sector. You can see Zach just behind, but Zach won't do anything to impede him by the looks as he's too far back, and even if he does, Harrison can do something about it. And he was gonna. So, now in Sector 2, he's got a couple more corners to go until he gets to the long back straight, which is personally the best place to make moves here, and will probably define who will take the win tonight here in both the sprint and the main race. So, Matt now coming up to the back straight we go now. We're going to go on board with him. He's got most of his ERS left, so he's probably going to burn it all now on this long straight. He hasn't got much fuel though. So what's he going to do? Has he got the DRS open? We'll check. Yes, he does. It's now going to be a race to the line. It's currently 2 more corners stand between him, and he's done one of them. So what can this final corner be, and will it be enough to even try to get anywhere near provisional pole? lots of people coming out on the softs now. As he crosses the line, it's a 33-4, but now we'll go on board with Zach and watch him do his lap as he now rounds the final corner, crosses the line to begin his lap. I don't like that. We're going to go on board with him through turns 1 and 2. Amazing stuff already. Just see how difficult it is for him to just try and rotate it. I personally hate these first 2 corners because they're so difficult, as Harrison has joined back, but he's only going to have 1 lap by the looks. So time will be against him. An F1 fan is probably be the one waiting as well, as he's out. So people starting to come out now. But we complete the first section on board now with Zach, as we'll now come off board and watch watch the final 2 sectors now. So what's Zach going to be able to produce though? 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain on the clock now. As we see lots of people now, coming out of the pits. So the fight is for pole, and it's 4/10. So could Dean make any progress tonight? And Polly's also out. So can Polly extend the provisional pole gap? Zach is 4/10 up. That's going to be amazing stuff for him. Currently, that's going to put him somewhere really high on that soft compound tyre. But again, others can still set laps here and take away that provisional pole. He's got one of the luckiest drivers right now, because we're going to go on board and he's going to have slipstream from Matt. So he's going to have a slipstream from Matt all the way to the end of the straight. Matt's probably going to move out the way now. Yes, he does. To the hairpin we go. Zach's going to have the nicest chance here of pole position. So what can he do? Can he take a provisional pole away from Polly? And if so, by how much? As he will round the final corner now, the enthusiasm is going to pick up and the tension is going to increase. Harrison is out, and it's a 32-7 for Zach. So, Harrison, an F1 fan, the only 2 drivers still yet to set their laps. So, we're going to have 1 minute 35 seconds remaining now to see who can take provisional pole away from Zach. Polly, Zach has only taken provisional pole by 2/10. So the question's going to be, what's it going to be? And who's going to take it? We've still got 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining on this clock now. So Harrison's going to have to speed around the track as quickly as he can. F1 fan now begins his lap coming to the first corner. So, Matt and Zach completing their laps. And so has Seb. No, Seb is currently not on a lap. So F1 fan is the only driver right now to be big on his lap. But what can Ben do? Otherwise known as the famous TV Frisco, as we all love him as. So he now comes through next corner. Amazing stuff there. So everyone is crossing that line now. So by the looks, we've only got 40 seconds remaining on the clock. So everything's going to build up the tension, and we're going to see the provisional pole. We're going to see who's going to take provisional pole, and if anyone can take away provisional pole from Zach. The only people being, by the looks, could be Zach, F1 fan, and Ben. So, we're not going to have long now till we reach the line. F1 fan is literally doing everything he physically can. We're going to quickly check up on Harrison, who's just around in that final corner now. So it's all to play for now in the closing stages. As F1 fan now goes on to the back straight. A lot of cars there. He's probably not going to want to get the toe. Is he going to move across? No, he isn't. Still getting left room though by Matt as he now comes into the tight hairpin. As we now see the checkered flag waving, it's going to be a question of who is going to be able to take provisional pole away from Zach around the final corner. Zach is currently still leading, but a lot of drivers are going to be quicker than him as F1 fan goes P2 with all 32.8. But we're going to go see Polly as Polly is now coming onto that straight. But where's TB? Well, no, where's TB Frisco? So we're going to have a bunch of cars now rolling it to the line as TB Frisco will be the next driver to cross the line. Can TB Frisco do anything to take away Zach's provisional pole? It's going to be to the line. He hasn't done it. It's P3. But what can Harry do? It's only a 3/10 gain. It only puts him to 4th. But we're going to see Dean out the final corner now. What's it going to be for Dean? Dean goes quickest by 3/10. What's Polly going to do, though? He's 6/10 up on his personal best. And Polly goes into the nearly into the 31s. So it's 32-0 there. But what has Harrison got? Harrison's got 1 sector to go now, as we'll see him round that final penultimate corner. It'll be a race to the line for him. So can Harrison take provisional pole away from Polly here at Shanghai for the sprint race? Around the final corner with the drag reduction system to the line. What's it going to be? It's only enough for 7th. So Harrison, after having not the greatest run on 1 lap, he's P7. So Polly takes pole position for the sprint race. here at Shanghai. Dean P2. And Zach rounding it off in third. An impressive lap from him. So Zach's got a good launch, have a nice, be good for Zach here. So, Polly takes pole position for the sprint with a 1:32.049, 4 tenths off of Dean, and nearly 7 tenths off Zach. F1 fan close to Zach there, but just not enough. And TB Frisco in P5. So the sprint is going to have a lot to hold here, and we're going to be able to see who can take the win at the sprint. But we'll be back in a minute. As we are back, people, and we're now here, it's wet. Ooh, this is going to spice up China. Woohoo! Gonna love it when it's wet, people. Always makes it that a little bit better. So now, we're going to have to wait and see who's going to get the best start here in the wet. By the looks, it is Inter's conditions, I think. I'm guessing it's Inter's condition, or it might be full wets, but again, everyone likes to go. But here we go then. 5 lights ahead of the drivers here. Shanghai International Sprint for Revline as we are off. We see those 5 red lights go out, and it's now go, go, go into turn 1. We see Dean taking the lead into turn 1 now. Polly isn't going to be able to do anything. Zach is behind all of this. F1 fan is trying to attack Zach now. But Zach is up into P2. And he's now fighting Polly. So they go down the hill now through turn 2. Polly and Zach absolutely go side by side with each other. You can see Harrison already trying to do everything he can to gain. TB Frisco dropping down to P8. And is that going to be a move from, we see in the back, a move from Harry on F1 fan, and oh, Zach and Polly having contact, but Zach now demotes himself up into P2 for in the sprint race. So Dean has ran off now in the sprint. Go on, Dean, go get him. I feel happy now because that's one of my drivers. So we could have they could stop, but again, it's not ideal to stop. And again, they can continue on. So Dean leads from Zach, from Harry, from F1 fan, from Harrison, from Ben, from Matt, from Polly, from Sebby, and from Seb. So Dean now has a lot on his hands, but we're going to see a fight here for second. It's Zach versus Harry Fenton. So, yeah, I don't know how Zach's gotten away with that. But we're going to go on board with Harry, though, as they're going to go to the hairpin. They're going to absolutely go at each other. F1 fan makes it 3 wide on the back straight. And it's going to be 2, and he's going to take 2 positions through the corner. Harrison is now going to be attacking. But, again, it isn't going to be enough. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no, Zach has been off the track and now in P6. So Harry now is in P2 with the pressure of the championship leader behind him, Harrison. So what can Harrison do today then? It's been a very bad sprint quality for him, so he's going to have to make it up all in the race now. But we're going to see a switch back on corner exit here. It's going to be foot down, but again, it's wet, so he's not going to want to get his foot down too early because he can just get in the wheel spin, but he's going to go try around the outside here at the end of sector 1. Is it going to be around the outside for Harrison? No, it is, but can he stick it? He can't. Harry's going to force him. Harry's not going to give this one up. We don't see this every day. Harry versus Harrison. But wow, what a fight they're giving us out front. Harry's still sticking. But by the looks, Harrison's got the move. He hasn't. Yeah, Harrison's probably got the move now, but I don't think so, because Harry's fighting back still. A tenth is separating these two from absolutely going at each other, but Harrison finally takes second. Away from Harry, so now Harry's under pressure by his teammate, but at the back here we'll see Polly versus Zach. The fight we saw up front now near it to the back. So, what can Polly do on the back straight now? Dean has got a nice gap here to Harrison. He's going to try around the outside on the straight. Holy voice crack. Yeah, poor old Polly indeed. Gonna open my drink up quickly. But we're gonna see. Oh, it's gonna be one around the outside for Polly. Is it gonna be the old switcheroo? And yes, it is. But is the switcheroo gonna be enough? It's not. Zach's still there. Around the outside of the final corner. Oh. Don't know if that's gonna be a legal overtake or what. But it isn't. So Zach is finally now. Oh, but he's gonna make a dive into turn 1. Now that takes balls. Through turn 1, he's done it. He's taken position. He's still taking position. Oh! Is he going to try to switch back on Polly? We'll see though when they come out of the corner. They're giving us a good old scrap here at their back. This is for P7 and Zach has got ahead. No, Zach hasn't got ahead. That's a mistake on my end. Zach is still trying to get ahead. So, the Polly still fending off Zach right at the back. The only good fight we can watch at the minute, but F1 fan is currently trying to find and apply pressure on TB Frisco. But we'll go on board at the front now. We'll give that fight a little rest, because by the looks, the fight has now gone, and Zach is out in great range to attack here. So, it's a wet sprint, but is it going to be a wet qualifying or a wet race, or even both ahead? Again, the track's starting to dry up, and Dean, you can see him now coming off the racing line. So I don't think Harrison's going to have much. He's got 5 laps. But Dean's has managed his ERS quite well on these opening stages. But hold on, is that the DRS opening I see? Yes, it is. We have DRS. Okay, so now we have a bit more to play with. The DRS has now somehow, when I haven't noticed, has now been activated. So now we're going to have the special flap, and yeah, you can hear it beep. So we're now going to have more overtaking opportunity, and we will now see if this fight between 7 Polly continues now into turn 1. I don't know if it's going to even try continue, but he's getting closer though. But Matt sadly is carrying a penalty on him. But we see Harry though. So by the looks, if Harry can keep his ERS in good shape and gain a bit on Harrison without using his ERS, he could have a chance here to take P2 away from Harrison. Harrison had hopes he could win both the sprint and the main race this weekend. He couldn't get pole for the sprint, so he hasn't been able to run away, and he's got a bit of a challenge on him this weekend, but he always likes a good challenge. So can this challenge be defined as something he can look back on his career later on? But here we go though. Harry though is still close. Oh, little moment there from Harry. So Harry's got a lot of work still to do if he's going to have any chance of catching Harrison, as he's still within the DRS, and F1 fans still within DRS. But I don't know if TB Frisco isn't in DRS of his teammate. But Zach definitely is gonna, so we're gonna see a couple of moves now on the straight. So what we're going to see from Harry here, is he going to have enough to gain even on Harrison? I don't think he will. No, he's not close enough yet. We're going to see F1 fan put a move now into the hairpin. Down the inside, it's not enough, I don't think. Is it? No, it isn't. But it's not. Is it enough? It's not been enough for Zach yet. Zach is still trying to take away P6 from Polly though. So this fight is still going to continue for multiple laps to come. As we now begin lap 5, Dean has led basically most of this race. As we see F1 fan making the move on TB Frisco now into turn 1. TB Frisco losing P4, but he's not going to give up this fight. He's going to chuck it back down the inside, but so will F1 fan. F1 fan having none of it and keeping that inner line through turn 2. He had the massive disadvantage through turn 1, but through turn 2 he's going to have the bigger advantage and take P4 away from TB Frisco. But the fight is still going to continue though with these two. As we see Seb Gaming into the pits. And by the looks, TB Frisco, he's going to have a good chance here. We're going to have cautions, and that's Harry! Harry has, by the looks, slidden off. And now Matt has a good someone to target, but he's got a penalty, so it might just keep him P8. But that now demotes Polly. That demotes everybody in front of him up now in F1 position. So the question's going to be, can Zach do anything? Or can Harry do anything onto Zach? Again, most of these are good friends and people in real life. especially very close school friends. So here we go though, TB Frisco. He's gonna make this an amazing run here. Now he's gonna make an amazing run. You can see it in the back as well. He's gonna try attack F1 and it's not worked, but you can see Harry is also attacking Zach at the back. But he's made the move at the hairpin. The penultimate corner, the hairpin. We love to see a move at that corner. Amazing stuff. And Harrison goes quickest. So 2 laps remain and Harry gets a 3-second penalty. So now that's going to get Zach really excited. But Zach's having none of it though. Into turn 1 we go. It's down the inside for Zach, taking back P6. An amazing move there. So if Matt can do anything, he can gain back. But we can now see Harrison gaining on Dean. He's cut a good amount of time out of Dean here. You can see him gaining and gaining. But by the looks, the game's going to be, has he got enough? And if so, can he do it? He's only got a lap and a half now to go. So can Harrison, in this lap and a half now, catch Dean and use the drag reduction system to overtake him? And it has stopped raining. The rain has cleared in the sprint, and Sebi is in the box. But it won't be much for Sebi. So, are people going to come in, or are people going to stay out and play it smart? Who's going to make the very smart move, and who could potentially risk it all here for positioning? As we see Dean now coming onto the back straight, as Harry and Zach are scrapping it once again, coming onto the back straight once again. My throat is absolutely killing for this. I haven't been able to commentate for a good ass while now, but we're gonna see Harry versus Zach now. What's Zach gonna do? Zach moves it back up to P6. So what's the call gonna be? Is it gonna be to box? No, it isn't. It's gonna be to stay out. And now it will be a race to the line. As Harrison, he's now gaining, there's fights everywhere, but we don't know what one to watch. TB Frisco and F1 fan are going to be going at each other, but Polly is now in the fight here for the final podium position. So what can TB Frisco do here now, as he now goes through turn 1? But again, he's going to have the disadvantage now. F1 fan having that advantage through turn 2. These two going at each other. Harrison is now within the drag reduction system range of Dean. So Dean's going to have to pray now. He can have a miracle run on this straight. Is Dean saving? We'll see. Yeah, he is saving, but they're kind of equal though. We see TB Frisco making a move, and Polly now is going to be putting a lot of pressure on these two. As Seb goes quickest. As he's boxed. Fair enough. But we have one straight to go, multiple moves to be made, and it can all be defined still. So what's going to happen here? Who's going to have played it smart, and who's going to have the big advantage now as they're going to come on to the back straight for one final time, and Harrison's going to have one attempt here with the drag reduction system and a run to the line as they're both flashing. But he's burning. I don't think he's going to have enough now, unless it's going to be a late last corner lunge. He was nearly last at the sprint. He was P7. He's going to shag it down the inside. Harrison makes the move at the final penultimate corner. But is Dean going to fight back? No, he isn't. From P7 on the grid, it's been an amazing comeback drive for Harrison. Harrison takes it for the Shanghai sprint, as Dean taking it in P2. But to the line, it's going to be a double podium for the Scuderia. At TB Frisco in P4, Polly P5, Zach P6, Harry P7, Matt in P8. And we'll see Seb Gaming in P9 and Sebi in P10. That was so defining, that last corner. And if Dean had just got a bit of a better jump, he would have done that. So for a P7 on the grid, Harrison takes the Shanghai sprint win by 52 thousandths of a second. An amazing last lap scrap from the pair of them. I thought no chance Harrison was going to come back at Dean. But he's absolutely just gone at Dean. What an amazing drive. So Harrison now extends his points lead on TB Frisco by 3 points. No, it's not TB Frisco. Why can I not advance? It's not letting me advance, people. This is just... yeah, because I'm a spectator. Well, I shall be back. I want to take a picture of this. Well, we'll be back for qualifying in just a moment. And we are back, people, for an 18-minute qualifying session, and God knows how many laps around Shanghai today. So, oh, that's the wrong thing. I've turned that all off. It's meant to be square, not triangle. I had a commentary on my wheel, so I just got the buttons mixed up. So Harry's going to be for the lock-in here by the looks. Little boy lock-in. We love to see it. So, wow, Dean, you little dick. Who's liked? Yeah, people. So here we go then. This will be fun. Here we go. Right, who's out? Who's going to be out? Who's out? Who was out first? It was this TB Frisco, the guy we all love to see. I've got a lot of shit. Holy Jesus. Well, qualifying's begun. We're about a minute and 14 seconds. No, 15 seconds in, and TB Frisco is on fucking mediums. So, TB Frisco now will be the first driver of. Well, I don't think he will be setting a lap. F1 fan TB Frisco and Zach are all on the medium compound tyres here. So, we saw the potential from Zach in qualifying. So, the question's going to be now, can Zach turn that Shanghai sprint qualifying luck into a pole position? He's got pace. I think he could do it. But again, he's got a charging Harrison, who is also out on an outlap. So, we see TB Frisco, otherwise known as the Ben. As I like to call him, Bendover. Dover. Not over. Dover. Please get the joke if you guys don't. But oh well. We'll now see it. Now we'll see Ben come around that final corner now, and to the line we go. Ben will now begin his lap as he now will be the first driver this evening to begin his lap around Shanghai, the Shanghai International, as he comes through the fast right-hander turn 1 and left-hander turn 2. The slow left-hander turn 2. So a lot of people are still. There's a couple of people in the pits. Harry and Sebi are in the pits still. So they're the only two drivers still in the pits, and lots of people are still, they're going to be having their laps, and we'll hopefully have a good end to qualifying. My enthusiasm isn't the great at the start, it's because I'm a tired little boy, and a depressing feeling that we've all got, well, some of us have got school tomorrow. So, works out. But hey ho! We're here, and we got this before school, so yay. Happiness. Oh yeah, cool. We'll wait until after qualifying. But we see TB Frisco now. The guy who's actually no, we'll say it. I was learning no traction today, and by the way, TB Frisco runs traction. Peak fact about the guy. And this guy's somehow quicker than me, even though I use traction. I might have to ask the Frisk here for some advice. But oh well, though. We will leave him to do his stuff with traction on. It's his choice, his assist. And now will be his run to the line as he's going to come round the final corner now on the medium compound tyres. It's going to be foot to the floor. No worries at all. Why the hell did that just fucking rhyme? But who's that coming to the line? I don't know. We'll just hopefully have to pray it isn't Alice. Matt going for 32.9. And out the final corner now for Dinas Pinas. What's it going to be to the line for Dinas Pinas? It's only good enough for P2. But we'll see a lot of other drivers. We see F1 fan as well on his lap. And we then see Polly as well. Zach only good enough for a 33.8. Oh! Shit, he's got a lot of work to do then if he's going to have a single chance of even trying to make a comeback this evening. But here we go though. It's gonna be a race to the line for F1 fan on the medium compound tyres. What's it gonna be? It's a 33.8. Jesus Christ, he's slower than Zach by a couple of milliseconds. Polly comes in, and Harrison will round the final corner now. So what's Harrison gonna do on that soft compound tyre? To the line. It's a 32.4. Yeah, Zach, you've got a lot of work to do if you're gonna get pole tonight. I think I've put my hope too much into Zach. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Watch Harry. Oh, why is it? Oh, Harry's on the hards, people. No. Harry Bottleton is on the hard compound tyres. That's something you don't see every day from Harry. So lots of people are probably going to want to lock in and see how it's all going down. So. Ooh, I thought that. Oh, looks a bit weird then for me. So little Harry boy, Mr. Bottleton, is going to be... he's just complete the first sector. Not a bad first sector, but he's on the hards. So let's see how slow he's going to be to the prevailing cars ahead of him. Can I use prevailing? I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I think I can use that word. So now it's foot back down to the floor for Harry, Mr. Harry Bottleton, as Polly's back out once again on his attempt. So 12 minutes remain on the session clock. I'm just wanting to have a nice fucking fun watch of a race today. And God knows what could happen. It's just Rev Line, anything can happen. I'm gonna beg F1 fan to do World Cup again. Just so I have a reason to fucking race. But I mean, I'll probably lose it to Harrison. Anyway, we're gonna have a special visitor for us when we have this special F2 race at Bahrain. So, we hope it should be a good race when we have them, but God forbid he doesn't be a knob. It's a 34.4 for Harry. Holy Jesus. We're gonna... oh, Seb's on lap as well, so we'll watch Seb out on his lap. Oh, hold on, is Dinas on a lap? Dinas is on a lap. We see Dinas with a tiny little penis on his lap now. He's... oi! Fio! What the... Jesus Christ. We just see Dean getting a bit too cocky. That's a Rod Harrison, I think, coming out the pits. Oh, is that Zach as well? It's a wild Zach as well. How delightful. So, where is Dean? Dean's there. Is Dean going to be doing another lap? We might see another lap from Dean. Matt is out. So Zach, TB Frisco isn't out just as yet. But I think Harrison, Harrison out yet? Nope. That a wild F1 fan coming out? Yes, it is. Lots of people coming out now. Luckily, I don't pull JSMs and I don't dive into the pits. So, we will see who was going to be quickest here. Lots of people are now just waiting. Well, how long is left on the clock? Seb Gaming has retired, so I think... so by the looks, either it's an issue... oi! F1 fan, why are we cutting the grass, mate? Can't be doing that. I told you about not cutting the grass. You're not, you know. Oh shit! I could get the highlights demonetized. Because that Charlie Carker blast at the start. Fun fact: F1 fan, stop cutting the grass. You're not Valtteri Bottas. You're not an expensive tractor. You can do that in Austria, mate. You idiot. So silly boy F1 fan is back to cutting the grass. Silly. So lots of people out on their laps still, as now we'll wait to see who can go quickest. We still got 9 minutes. Fucking hell, I don't like qualifying. Boring. I need to get music on. So, you know, we'll watch Matt. Here we go, through turns 1 and 2 now. Fast into a slow. A fast right-hander into a slow left-hander, and quick on exit as he rounds turn 2. I don't know how many. Should we get a track wrap-up and see if I can pronounce any of these corners? But he's 26 thousandths of a second up, improving already in the first sector, so it's not too bad. But it's been a decent first sector. You can see Jesus Christ, he's pushing his absolute limits out. I feel harsh for some of the shit I've done in the past. You guys are just too peak. So there's cautions everywhere, like normal. So Matt now enters the back straight. So he's only got one sector to go, and I'll see if I can pronounce any of these China names. Is there not a track? There's no. Oh well, he's at the hairpin. Oh well. Ah, he's dived into the pits. No. Ah. Oh well, so well, you know, we'll watch Zach come out the final corner. So Zach, now what's it gonna be to the line for Zach? It's only good enough for P3. Holy. Zach, my friend, I have a tip for you. Oi! Zach, I've got two tips for you. One, don't touch the grass, but second of all, take some fuel out of your car, maybe. You can do it in the setup thing, you silly boy. Ah, Seb Gaming's left the session. Oh no, so we're gonna have 9 people racing. Oh, hold on. Right. Another person watching. Hey, you got 4 people. So, how many seconds? How long have we got left remaining on the session? We got 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining left on the session. So now, hopefully, we'll see people coming out very soon. Is that fun on a lap? He is. He's. Nah, fun on a lap. Fuck. Oh, he's no, he's gone P3. I've missed that. You know what? We'll watch Harry. We'll watch Harry Bottleton go on a lap. So through turn 1 we go now with Harry. The very, very fast right-hander into the slow left-hander. Oh, yikes. Jesus Christ, I just nearly witnessed him slide off the track there. So, Harry nearly sliding off through turn 1 by carrying an over-excessive amount of speed. Comes now, completes the first sector with a 2/10 improvement. By the looks, he just flicked that. Amazing stuff. I just got to invite someone. Hold on, people. Who was it? There you go. Just had to invite Stabby. So now, through the next sector we go. Sebby's jogging back after me just tapping the system. So Harry's got a lot of time to find, and if it's concerning, oh my god, it's right. So that's concerning. He's only gained 2/10. Oh, I mean, I don't know how much he's gained because I had to quickly invite Sebby, but we'll see. We'll see as he now comes to the hairpin. He's flashing. Not surprised. He loves flashing, doesn't he? 5 minutes now remain on the session. TB Frisco in P2. Ooh. So around the final corner, what's it going to be for Harry Bottleton? It's a 33.0. It's only good enough for P6. So, we're going to have 4 minutes remaining, and we see TB Frisco. I don't know if TB Frisco's on a lap, people. No, TB Frisco is on a lap, so we'll watch the rest of TB Frisco's lap. So now, he's only got a couple corners, unless he's racing to the pits, I don't know. I can't see. Yeah, TB Frisco is he's probably racing to the pits. So we have 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining, and Zach dives into the pits. TB Frisco will be as well. I'm gonna have a quick sip of my drink. So yeah, that's TB Frisco. Ben, I mean, I'm so used to saying TB Frisco, it's so difficult now. So it literally will be in the pits to dive, new tyres, get a bit of fuel in, and it will be diving straight back out for the one lap shootout, as I love to see. And now that's where the tension and everything is going to heavily start to pick up. You gotta love the final couple of minutes. You gotta love the final laps of qualifying when everyone's only got one lap to make a good lap. It's so peak. Yeah, so we're gonna see a wild Harry Bottleton into the pits. Oh, you cheeky bugger! You can't. I can't do that. Can't do that. So everyone now dives into the pits, and people are leaving the pits. So it is literally now. So Matt is gonna be the first car out on the track right now. So it's Matt. Who's going to be next to come out onto the track? Who's coming out next? This F1 fan. Who's going to be out next? It's going to be Zach. Has Zach... Yes. Good job, Zach. Good job. Here we go, though. We see Dean coming out. We're going to see... Yeah, Harrison's out as well. Everyone is coming out. And so is Polly. Everyone's just coming and coming and coming. Yeah, there you go. Dean's coming out now. Polly will also be coming as well. He'll be coming. Question is, who's going to be coming and getting pole? I feel like that made no sense. Specialties of commentary, people. Being severely special. As that is a wild Ben out. And we now see Sebi coming out. Everyone is coming out. Let's go, people. Everybody finally all coming out now. So we're going to have a one lap. So we're going to be a scrap to the line. Is that we're going to see a wild Harry? But yeah, as Harry's now the last one to come. So Harry finally comes. And Harrison is waiting. So he's probably not going to want to do everything now. So the tension builds for the final couple of minutes of qualifying. We will now see who is going to take pole position. And who can take provisional pole away from Harrison. So it's going to be a run to the line, and Matt will be the first and will be the driver to start the outlaps. So we'll remove the outlaps now as he crosses the line. And Matt now begins his lap. And we got a minute and 15 remaining on the clock. Into turn one we go now. The fast right-hander into that quick, slow left-hander. That has a very, very quick exit you need to master. Zach begins his lap. Lots of people are going to be crossing that line now with a minute remaining on the clock. It's anyone's game to still take. Cautions for people slowing down because they don't want to be crossing that line. They want to be the last one. He's up by 89 thousandths of a second. We can now also see Harrison, who's on his lap. Oh my lord, even F1 fan is on his lap now. So it's the tension's beginning. Dean now beginning his lap. A lot of people crossing that line now. So it is really a brawl to the line. So Matt has got everything to play for here. And it's going to be how much can he play right now. And can he find much more time to take and maybe still provisional pole off of Harrison. But again, Harrison's a quick one here. Harrison is going to be trying to do everything he physically can. He had the problems in the sprint. Everyone's now on their laps. So now we're 15 seconds remaining until we see the checkered flag to wave. It is now a matter of physically pushing everyone's limits and seeing what they can produce now as Matt has the drag reduction system now. So the penultimate hairpin, the checkered flag is waving as the clock reaches 0 now. Matt comes out the penultimate corner now, the hairpin, the corner I like to make some dive bombs on when I'm racing. Around the final corner now, it's foot to the floor with the drag reduction system from there. Matt comes across, it's not enough, it's 2/10 off a provisional pole. Lots of people now, as we're going to see Zach come around the final corner now. I've had lots of confidence in him this weekend. It's only enough for P2. But for the final corner now, for Harrison, what's it going to be? Can he improve? If he can, how much? Is it 32.024? F1 fan around the final corner for him. It's foot to the floor with the drag reduction system. It's only good enough for P3. We'll see TB Frisco now. As TB Frisco's had to... Is he backing out? No, he's not. He's going full push here. So it's going to be to the line. What can TB Frisco set? And Polly's around the final corner now. We can see him. It's only good enough for P6. And Polly goes to P2. So what's Harry got now? It's all to play for Harry. Around the final corner now. Harry probably won't be doing much now. Harry Bottleton to the line. It's a 33.0. Hold on. It's only 8th. Harry Bottleton in P8. Yikes. So, Harrison takes pole by 2/10. And on the front row with him, he's going to have Polly. The second row, Dean, Zach. Third, F1 fan, Matt. Fourth row, Ben and Harry. And the final row is going to be locked out by both Sebs. So, well, only one Seb. So now, it's all to play for now for the final corner. Not for the final corner. It's all to play for the main race, I mean. So, I will be back in a moment, people. As we are back, everybody, we're here for the Shanghai International, the main race. Very, very interesting race, and again, all drives. So, 2-stop or a 1-stop. One could be quicker, one could be slower. Only time will tell, though. So, we've just had an amazing sprint out and shootout in qualifying. So, the question now begins in my hands, and hopefully I'll work it out by time we see the checkered flag waving at the end of this race. Who's gonna come out on top here tonight? But here we go, though. The 5 lights come on for round 3 at Shanghai. After the sprint, it's lights out and away we go. By the looks, it's been an amazing start for Harrison. And at the back, it's already scrapping at the back into turn 1. Harrison takes lead with Polly, but Zach's going to have none of it again. He's going to show us what he did in the sprint. That's going to be down the inside through turn 1. Dean through turn 2 is going to have the massive advantage. Matt is under pressure. Matt F1 fan going side by side. But Harrison takes an early lead on TB Frisco as F1 fan drops down, but TB Frisco defends off. TB Frisco defending off F1 fan having a moment. So I think that's not going to be too good for F1 fan. But Dean now sets his sights on Polly, but Harrison now taking a comfortable lead. Currently, he's going to be scoring the most amount of points this weekend and extending that championship gap by a whole lot of points. But the question's going to be, can he do it? And if so, how's he going to do it? We can see at the back, it's Harry versus Sebi there. We'll go straight to the back. Harry and Sebi are going at each other. They're having a brawl at the back here. Amazing stuff from these two, but Harry gets past Sebi. So F1 fan, after having a decent first start, has now dropped off. But we've got Zach, who's got a lot of cars behind him. He's got, I think, 4 to fend off. So he's currently fending P4. But again, lots of people are trying to attack him here into the penultimate corner. But this isn't going to be good. Oh, Matt going off. An F1 fan now moving back up to P5. So we've finished the first lap now. Harrison takes lead from Polly, from Dean, from Zach, from F1 fan, from Ben, from Matt, from Harry, and from Seb. So, Harrison taking an early comfortable lead now. He's just mastering the setups. Yeah, I know, Charles, that was a mad start there, it was. So, Zach is now the driver, the one who's under the pressure the most. He's got about, he has got 5 cars behind him to fend off now. And he's got 8, as we've now got 19 laps still to go around here in Shanghai. It's still anyone's game, and he's got lots of pace to use this weekend. And he's clearly showing it. But Harrison already pulling Polly out of the DRS range, but Polly's still fighting back. Still saying that you can do a 1-stop. But again, the 2-stop shows. So, Polly's not within DRS, but Dean's within Polly's DRS though. So what can Dean do on Polly? As they round the final corner, the final corner, onto the main back straight we go. Polly, just because he's gained it doesn't mean he's going to have it, but Zach's going to be under a lot of pressure here. We're going to quickly chuck it back to the back as we're going to see F1 fan make a move on Zach now. On the back straight we go. But is Dean going to make a dive? No, he's not. But could Zach? Yeah, massive DRS train at the back, and that's down the inside for TB Frisco on Matt there. Fuck, it's not TB Frisco. I should be saying Ben. But Polly takes the fastest lap and has the drag reduction system on Harrison. So Harrison now is going to have to fend off a charging Polly on the medium compound tyres. And he's going to go down the inside. But again, Harrison can have an advantage here. Unless Harrison can try scrap this one back out. Can he do the old switcheroo off the exit? No, he can't. Polly takes lead here at Shanghai. But Harrison could still do anything. And Dean is still within this fight. He's still within fighting range. So Harrison's going to make a dive though down the inside. And oh, this contact! Polly and Harrison come together at the end of the first sector. As we now see Matt and Harry having a massive scrap here at the back, and lots is going on back. But we have just seen we've just seen Polly and Harrison come together at the end of the first sector, and Harrison's going to be struggling now with grip. Because F1 fan can now start to apply that pressure, and now the fight for the last podium position will begin. Harrison now, the driver. Oh my God, we can see we can see these two jockeying for position at the back, and they're going side by side. Sorry to having to cut myself off there. I don't know why I'm having to apologise. But we see Dean taking lead here in Shanghai already taking it off of Polly, and Harrison's got 2 seconds, but F1 fan is going to have to try and do what he can. F1 fan doesn't make a dive, but TB Frisco, well, that's Polly round at the hairpin. Polly spun around at the hairpin, so now Dean has a 2-second lead. Oh my Lord. Opening carnage on these opening first laps. So now we have a massive DRS train right at the back. As we're at the back, we see Zach versus Polly. We've seen these two in the sprint, but can they replicate it again? Polly going wide at turn 1. But I don't think it's going to be enough. They come together. Zach and Polly coming together. Zach luckily not giving Polly any wing damage, but Polly now drops behind Matt. And now Harry Bottle can do it, but he's going to try and make a lunge, and oh! Polly struggling again, so Harry could take here an easy P7, as he does. Polly dropping from the lead here to P8. I think so. But that's been a crazy action at the back. So we'll cut back down to the front. Currently Ferrari on the Pulling on 1-3 here. Oh, whoa. That's Harry off at the back. I know the FIA will be busy tonight after this race. You are indeed right, Chazza. FIA are going to be really busy tonight. So F1 fan, I don't know if he's going to have DRS. We'll see there, but we see a wild TB Frisco though. He doesn't, but we're going to go on board with TB Frisco. It's Ben, not TB Frisco. What is Ben going to do? Is he going to make a dive? He does not. But at the back we see Matt making a move. Yes, Chazza, I will always call. Yes, you know, yeah, I forgot to call you Charlie Cook. Yes. I completely forgot I asked if I could call you that. Yes. Perfect. So, Matt and Zach scrapping it out now at the back. But Polly's got a lot of work to do. He was leading and now he's near the back. So they ain't going to be too good. But we now see Ben applying the pressure on to F1 fan. He's only 4/10 off of F1 fan here, and they're only at the end of the first sector. They've still got 16 laps remaining in this race. We can see it at the back now. Zach and Matt are going at each other once again. So is Zach going to make a dive now into the next corner? No, he won't. He will stay backed off. Most drivers like to wait until that long straight. But we see TB Frisco going around the outside here of F1 fan. Is he going to do it? No, he does not. TB Frisco having a little vague sniff around the outside there of F1 fan. Is going to wait until that long straight. On board though, we're going to go, she's got the most ERS. F1 fan still carrying the most DRS. But TB Frisco is as well. Oh, this is going to get very, very close here. As we now will come onto the back straight once again. Harrison closing that gap down. 6/10 already cut out on Dean's lead, but Dean still having a comfortable 1.4 second lead as they go onto the back straight now. Ben is getting closer and closer into fighting range now of F1 fan, but again he's just not got anything left. So Ben's going to have to start trying to outsmart him here, but at the back we can see Zach and Matt going at each other once again. No, but we see TV Frisco. They're going to have a little vague sniff around the outside once again. It's around the outside for TV Frisco. The final. Ben for the final corner. I keep calling him TV Frisco. So used to it. I've been calling it for the past 2 rounds. But Matt's getting past Zach once again. But Zach is under pressure by Trolley, or Polytheism as I like to call him. As it's going to be a very, very, very good fight here. We're going to see between these two for the fight for P5. Zach and Matt. These two have had a good history of fighting, but when it comes to fighting for position, sometimes they like to go at each other a bit too much. By the look, Zach's just dropping off now, and Matt is now starting to gain on F1 fan. So, TD for Ben has a 3.1 second gap there. Oh, Polly gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Ay. That's not good for the opening stages here. Penalties might come later on. But Ben, he's going to have to try to do what he can. The DRS train behind him is going to be putting the pressure on him and making him slower. But again, this could just be a Harrison domination of a season here. We could just see. But we don't know. He can win every round still. But again, we've still got until the very last round of the season. But by the looks, Ben has got a 6/10 gap to F1 fan, but Harrison has now brought the gap to under a second. It's a lunge from F1 fan down the outside of the hairpin. Oh, F1 fan making a lunge and Matt going off as well. So Zach now moves up to P5, but F1 fan is going to have to attack again. But not again, because here comes Zach on F1 fan as they now barrel it down into turn 1. Is that going to make a move around the outside of turn 1? He's on the hard compound tires. He's going to be using those hards to attack as long as he wants. But down the inside and through goes Matt. What a move from Matt there to promote him up into P4. Oh, that's Matt hitting F1 fan. Matt and F1 fan coming together, but F1 fan getting the worst of it. Oh no. F1 fan is definitely not going to be happy about that. That's the worst thing that could have happened to his race tonight. So me getting 3 seconds as well. So, Jesus Christ, this is getting intense now. So now we come to the front of the fight, the front of the pack, the one we've all been wanting and waiting to see. Harrison versus Dean, and there's cautions. I haven't turned the track map on. We should turn the track map on. That's a good call, maybe. So, onto the back straight we go now. With the drag reduction system, Harrison's going to be burning everything. But again, I don't think it's going to be enough. It won't be. He's going to try the dummy, and Dean locks up. Ooh. Late braking there from Harrison, but he's going to want to try gain as much as he can. But we see Matt and Ben going at each other once again. Holy Jesus. So this is the fight for the podium here. Polly's not too close enough yet to be within attacking range. But we see Harrison and Dean going at each other now into turn 1. It's going to be down the inside. Bit of a violent move there, but Dean's got the inside for turn 2. So is Dean going to be able to keep the lead? He will. Dean currently keeping the lead, but oh my god, Harrison's going to be attacking once again as they now barrel it down to the end of Sector 1. Oh, it's going to be a late move. But is it going to be the switchback for Dean? It's going to be the switchback for Dean. So they're going to go side by side once again, these two. And Semi retires. So F1 fan in the box now is P8. But whilst this fight goes on out front, we can continue to watch this fight as well. There's 2 fights. And the 2 main ones we'll probably be watching is this one in a second. As we will be soon to see Harrison taking lead, maybe, if Dean can build a somewhat gap or Harrison can make a big mistake. But again, Harrison's very not one for mistakes. He's consistently amazing no matter how and no matter what you put him in. So he rounds that final. So they round the fight. That final corner out goes onto the main straight. Not the main straight, the back straight. So here we go, though. We're going to have a lot of moves at the back. I don't think it's going to be enough. It's going to be a dive, though, for Harrison as he dives into the hairpin at the back as well. We can see Zach sprawling as well. Has Harrison made the move? They're going to go side by side still. But at the back, oh, Matt's off. Matt is off. and he's fighting, but Harrison makes an early lunge into the pit, and now Zach is gonna be P3 as we see TV Frisco and we see Harrison, Ben and Polly all nick an early dive now into the pits. So Dean has now a comfortable lead on that medium compound tyre. And Zach, he is currently chilling in P2. Amazing stuff for this guy. As that's Matt with getting a 3-second penalty for multiple track violations by the looks. So Harrison now comes out in P5, Ben in P6 and Polly in P7. F1 fan probably won't be too happy and definitely might be reporting Matt for that. Because as F1 fan and he doesn't like when something like that happens. So now he has to release and unleash his full potential on this track in his car. Again, he's driving an absolute boat of a car. The SF25 is a fucking brick. We all know and love. So, the question's going to be, how much longer is Zach and Matt going to be out on the track? And much longer is Dean going to be staying out? Because by the looks, Dean's want to try to go for a one-stop here and keep this lead. But again, Harrison could just absolutely cut a lot of time out of it, and he already is. So, a lot's going to go on here, and a lot could go on here. We haven't seen Ben versus Harrison in a good while. It has just been Harrison domination, that's Dean. Now, diving into the pits here. So, what's it going to be, though? Is it going to be... We're going to have a fight here. Here we go, though. So, the scrap now begins for lead of the race, people. And I think that's Harry into the pits as well. So, Zach takes lead. In through turn 1 we go. Sorry, people. In through turn 1 we go now. Through turn 2 we go now. These two are going to be going at each other. They could possibly be boxing now this lap. But only time will really be able to tell us when that at the end of the lap comes. Because they've still got another 2 sectors now. So they complete the first sector. As they now begin sector 2. By the looks, Zach is pulling. And Zach is very, very good here. So the question's going to be, what's he going to do? Harrison has undercut Dean. Wow. So Harrison now can take an early on lead here. And hopefully, if Dean can find the pace, re-overtake Harrison. But I'm going to be very shocked if he can do that. But here we go, though. Once again. Sorry, I went very quiet then. So here we go then. That run out of that last corner now, that goes on to that back straight, they will go on to again. 8/10 separate the pair of them. And Matt is gaining. He's gaining. He loves to do a bit of golf. I've seen this guy's TikTok. It's absolute aura when he does it. He's hit some good shots. So does TikTok. But he's not going to risk it. He's going to stay behind Zach for another lap. These two, notoriously known as school buddies, are going to be going at each other. So... is that going to dive into the pits? Yes, he was. Matt, they're both diving into the pits here. So Harrison will be taking lead in a moment's time. But wow, it's been a hectic already. Busy start for these guys. So he's going to need a good pit stop here. So they're going to go onto the medium compound tyres. So we're going to dive into the pits. As Harry has 3-second penalty. Oh! So they're still in the same order. They're inside of each other. They're going to be absolutely going at each other now. So the fight for P5 now begins. But Polly and Ben are going to be going at each other for that final podium position. Yeah, definitely. Charlie Kirk is just stated the best fact. Penalty points probably will be handed out later. More penalties. So again, it can all unfold still after the race. But here we go then. It's been an amazing, God knows, 10 laps, almost 10, 11-ish laps. But it's now going to be a fight to the line, and Ben is under pressure by Polly. But the question's going to be, Zach's on the new tyres, and he's going to be on the quicker ones. Can you please get off? No. Right. So, Matt and Zach, they're probably going to be trying to work together here, but not help each other out much, though, to try and catch these two. They're already cutting time out. Ooh! So, could we see Matt or Zach on the podium today if TB Frisco gets a penalty? But TB Frisco's going to go... Oh, no, I mean, can Ben? I keep saying TB Frisco. It's difficult. It's so fun after you said it so many times, but then like, here we go though. It's gonna be Polly to the outside, and we're gonna see as well Zach to the outside, keeping that position. As what a fucking corner! So now Zach is gonna have to do everything he can and gain before that final straight again, and Matt is gonna have the comfortability. I don't know. It's gonna have the comfort of having the drag reduction system, but through turn 1 we go now. They're going to go, oh, they were going to go side by side. Oh, they are side by side as well. It's going to be down the inside. But TB Frisco is going to have turn 2. Ben, he's going to have turn 2. So he's going to get a better exit off. So these two scrapping is giving Zach and Matt a massive advantage here on those new tyres. So those two are going to want to use their tyres as much as they can before they go off. So then they have a nice chance. But Polly's going to go down the inside, though, of Ben. Ben is going to try fight this one down the inside. But is it going to be around the outside for Polly? No, it's not. He's going to have to stick around. So now, Zach is catching. Jesus Christ, the potential this guy's got around here. I wouldn't be shocked if he'd be a contender to the podium tonight. And hopefully he does get a podium tonight, because that will make my day. If I see Zach getting a podium in the main race. So then, as they round that final corner onto that long straight again, they're in the DRS range and the fight for the podium will continue once again. So, Bennett's got a lot of pressure now. He's got 3 cars behind. Polly's already attacking. Into the hairpin we go. What's Ben going to do? Ben is going to make a lunge. Oh, he's going to make a lunge and that's all. Contact from the pair of them, but that's Zach and Matt. Already going at each other at the back again. So, Zach is going to have Zach, no. So, Zach's going to have to rely fully on pace now if he's going to have a single chance of even gaining. Matt goes quickest on the medium compound tyre now. As through turn 1 they go. It's going to be a very hefty fight now. We're going to have a lot of fighting here. So, Ben has got a lot. He's got 3 cars behind him, and they're all charging. Polly has got the exact same tyre deficit, but Zach might make a move on Polly here. He is gonna down the inside, but it's going to be the old switcheroo for Polly on the corner and exit. But he's not going to give this one up though. He's going to go keep it on the inner line. So we're going to go on board or on the inside line. No, we're going to go off board on Polly's POV. Polly touches him. Oh, Polly having contact with him, making him go wide. So he's going to go down the inside. Oh! Trying the dummy on Polly. What a move there from Polly. But again, he's going to try dummy Polly again, but I don't think it's going to be enough. How much ERS has he got? Never mind, it's not going to be how much he's got. It's going to be how quickly he makes that move, and he's made the move stick. So now Polly's going to have to try and get past him whilst being under pressure by Matt. But again, Matt is a very quick guy. Matt is rapid in the straights, as Matt... they've boxed him. By the looks, he's boxed, but it's going to go 3 wide on the back straight into the hairpin. As that is Zach coming out on top, but they're going to go side by side still. And Ben is getting getting front row tickets of this, but he's probably not looking behind. As Zach moves himself up into P4, he's going to have another dosage of the drag reduction system, which will probably try and help him. But Polly's made his move on Matt already. But in turn 1 we go now. Polly gets ahead of Matt once again, but Zach is going to have to defend like crazy now. As Polly's coming through, Polly has the advantage through turn 1, but Zach's going to have the bigger advantage through turn 2 unless he can get a nice exit off, which he has. But Matt again, and through goes Matt once again. Matt having none of that. Oh, contact between the pair of them here. As it's the old switcheroo here for Zach. Zach living up to being a terrorist like normal. As we now see Matt and Ben go scrapping it out here. But Polly's still going to be scrapping it out here with Zach. So with the quicker tyres, I don't know if they're catching or not. The question's going to be, what can Ben do to fend Matt off? And what could Zach maybe do to fend Polly off? I think Polly's starting to get a bit fed up now with having Zach keep doing this. Apologies, my brain just got out. I think he's starting to get really sick of this now. But it is a good fight we can quickly watch. It's Harry Bottler and F1 Fanny. But no, we'll come back to that when Matt has dived down the inside of Ben. He makes his move at Ben at the hairpin, and now on the straight, he's going to get pressured by Zach as well. Oh, Zach having none of it. So Zach's going to have another advantage, and they now go onto the straight. The fight for the podium still continues tonight at Shanghai. With 6 laps remaining, it's still anyone's game. And Matt now takes P3 and the final podium positioning off Ben. And Ben's under pressure once again. Yeah, oh yeah. Good point. Charlie Cook saying moving on to brake at the end of the straight. Because that's one thing we got to keep an eye out for as well. But down the inside, he's going to do the switcheroo once again. Zach sticking the old switcheroo once again on Polly. Polly's trying everything. I think Polly's starting to get... okay. So we might see, so we could possibly see penalty points getting given out tonight. But the fight is starting to get heating. The fight is heating up, people. So we're now going to see a lot on here. So... Zach is getting, again, he's under pressure by Polly, but Polly's pushing that hard, he keeps getting penalties. So because Polly keeps getting these penalties, he's going to have to try everything he physically can. But we're going to see Zach, though. What's Zach going to do once again? Is he going to make any moves? But Polly might make a sniff. But no, he won't. By the looks, Ben is just too far back now to make a move. So... unless he's charging so he can attack his opponent. But F1 fans made the move on Harry Bottleton at the back. So, not too great there, but we're going to come back right to the front here, where the fight is really starting to pick up here. As we see Ben and, Zach is still trying to pressure Ben. This fight here, but for the final podium position, is starting to spice up, and Matt here is on currently for a podium, which could be good. I think it might be his first one, I don't know. But seeing someone new on the podium tonight would be amazing to see, and I would absolutely love to see that. So, I see now around... So by the looks, he's nearly pulled Ben out of the DRS, and Zach is all over the back of Ben. Woo! This is going to spice up now between these two. We're on board though, but again, we'll look behind, and look, Polly's on the gearbox of Zach once again. He's making the move. He's made the move, and Polly sticks the move on Zach once again, so Zach ain't going to be too happy about that at all. But now we see the fight going to continue on once again. I'm going to quickly just check the time whilst they go onto the main straight. It's 8:49 for me. But again, that's Zach once again ahead of Polly. Amazing stuff there. So these two are probably going to be absolutely screaming at each other in the general after the race, saying this isn't fair, you were at fault, but oh well. We've had a good scrap with these guys at the back. So now, Ben is going to have to try to pull something back within the remaining laps here. Because he is currently off the podium again. It's not all the time you see Ben off the podium. 2-time Revline World Champion. Drivers Champion. So a lot's going to have to happen here. Polly's going to go down the inside here of Zach. But Zach's going to be like, nah, I'm going to do it again. So we're going to probably see in a quarter's time... a massive dive bomb from Zach. I know. Hold on. Yeah, we are. We're going to see a move from Zach, but it's not enough. It's still not enough. So now Zach can stay really close now to Polly. Zach will not be having P5. And Zach really will want... he will be having P5 as long as he just stays within the 3 seconds of Polly. But I don't think Polly's going to probably want to be doing that at all. So, by the looks... Ben is now starting to drop off once again. So, could we see a last lap fight? But we're going to see Zach. Oh, so I just saw Zach there going for a move on Polly. So the fight at the back is heating up immensely here. As we now will have. We have long left, people. We've got like 3 laps remaining. So Harrison now, he's led most of this race. We'll quickly have a look at him. We're going to get back to the fight. It's Zach versus Polly. Once again, is Zach going to make the dive at the end of the corner? No, he won't. Polly's going to stay defensive. But is that defensive move going to work? 3 laps now remain here. It's Shanghai tonight. But Zach's going to try the dummy. The dummy's not worked for Zach. And Zach now continues to fight Polly once again. I can't believe I'm commentating a fight with Zach. Because it's not every day that you see this guy absolutely slamming dick on the fucking track. But I don't think Zach's got enough. I think Zach might just have to hold on here best he can on the rear of Polly here. Which I don't blame him. If I was Zach, I would just hold on and try attack best I could. But again, I'm not him. So, Ben, he's still hunting Matt down for that podium. Matt's having an amazing race tonight. And I personally think he should get... Oh, no, hold on. Matt's got a penalty, Pete. Oh, no. Matt's got a penalty. Shit. I thought Matt was actually going to do that then. Unless Matt can pull Ben out of the DRS, or Ben gets a penalty, Matt will not get P3. Oh no, that's not going to be good. So, unless Ben somehow gets a penalty in these closing stages, which I don't know if he is gonna, he's going to be doing what Zach's going to have to do, holding on until the line. You can see that they are massively gaining on Dean, but are these gains going to be enough before the end of the race? And can Ben maybe still get P2 at the back, though? You can see these two going at each other once again. Is Ben going to make a move? No, he isn't. By the looks, he's just letting Matt do all the work as Harrison now begins lap 19 out of 20. He begins the penultimate lap, but Zach is going to go once again on Polly once again. Polly is trying to absolutely get past Zach here, but Zach's having none of it. He's forcing him near to the grass. But he's going to let him through like a gentleman, and he's going to wait once again. So, and again, a brawl to the line. We could see something, but again, who knows? Oi! Polly, by the looks, having a little moment, and Zach might be very annoyed at that move. But Polly's, by the looks, he's fed up of all the moves that Zach is making to annoy him, and he's going to make another one. He does the old chore the out to the in. The good old one I like to do sometimes, but I like to keep it instead going from the in to the outside. He's having another vague sniff here on Polly, but Polly's having none of it. Could be a top 5 finish here and a brutal line for these two. As Ben has got past Matt. Were they? Charlie Kirk's just informed me that Zach and Polly were arguing in the general just after the sprint race. So we might have some more of that after the race. But oh, looky here. It's going to be another intense fight now to the line with these two. We will watch Harrison. We will leave those two to absolutely scrap that one out. But Harrison now rounds that final corner. He's going to make this 3 wins in a row as we now begin the final lap. We've had no safety cars this evening here at the Shanghai International Circuit. As now Harrison will begin his final lap charge to make that 3 wins in a row for Harrison and extend that championship lead on Ben even further. It's been an amazing race for him so far, but we'll cut back to him in a couple of moments' time. For now, we're going to watch the fight between Zach and Polly now. It's going to be a brawl to the line for the top, to see who's going to finish in the top 5. Or is that going to be it now for Zach? Oh, no, I think that might be it, people. Oh, man. Unless, God knows. They're both burning though, so again, it just depends on raw pace now on who can stay with and who. But by the look, Polly's pulling. Oh no, that's Polly. Oh, hold on. That's Zach back into P5. So can Polly do anything now and take back P5? It's a lap. It's going to be a fight that we will probably be remembering for a good ass while now. Down the inside for Polly, the old switcheroo for Zach as they now come onto the back. They'll be coming onto the back straight very shortly. But Zach's going to have none of it. Oh, he's going to go defensive. He's going to have gone defensive. He's done it again. But it's been one hell of a race here out front for Harrison. We haven't checked on him at all this race. But by the looks, that's Polly out of contention now. Polly is out of contention. But is he going to make that 3 wins in a row? Harrison would... Oh, what's Harrison doing? Well, looks he's taking it slow. But Harrison wins here at the Shanghai International tonight, with Dean taking it P2, Ben finishing on the podium, and Matt taking a strong P4 for Aston Martin. As you've got to love to see it now, it's going to be Hazak in P5. Polly P6, F1 fan, is going to take... No, Polly is demoted to P7, F1 fan taking P6. And Harry will be taking P8. So Harrison makes that a 3rd win in a row and extends his championship point lead even bigger now, as he has a 5.7 second gap by the end of the race. So Harrison now making that another win to the collection, and even more. So Ben is going to have to really start to pull his fingers out of his ass here now if he's going to have any chance of winning this another championship. But what a dominant start to the season Harrison has had. The FIA will be up all night, and it is going to be your race winner, Harrison. Harrison taking the trophy, lifting it up, and making that a 3rd win in succession for him. So now, we will now have to hope and see what happens next weekend. As now, I can confirm, let's see what the next race is going to be. So... Wow. Oh, Harry Borton got fastest lap. So the next race will be Azerbaijan in Baku. So, a very, very interesting race that's going to be. So, for now, that's all from me this evening. And we will be back with you guys next weekend for Azerbaijan, where we'll see if Harrison can make that 3rd win into a 4th win. But for now, people, it's goodbye. And Charlie, before we go, Polly and Zach are already going at it. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next week for Baku.